Anyway.
Welcome!
Nay!
Just one more Levels E3 coverage extravaganza. We're here to talk about EA's conference. I am Tridrachius.
I'm Meatloaf.
I'm Rarbagels.
I'm the guy. Pony Mom X12 Bravo, and I'm sorry I couldn't be better looking.
He forgot his name for a second.
Can we start over?
No. Nope.
That's a thing now.
We need bloopers, and this one's actually going to be right in the episode. Awesome.
I forgot my name.
So, the EA press conference. Just kind of a quick thing. What all do you all think as far as EA's conference goes? Just kind
It was very strong. It started out good, and it kept its momentum the entire way.
They didn't really have a down point. I mean, you could consider, depending on who you are, the sports games a downside. I eat that shit up every year, so
the physics.
And I can say, as a person who is very anti-EA, I was thoroughly impressed.
Well, they had the brand new Mass Effect 4 Andromeda.
Yeah, there's
not Mass Effect 4. It's not 4. It's Mass Effect Andromeda.
Just to clarify,
which they didn't release the protagonist's name.
They could have called it Mass Effect 4 Andromeda and then just made the A a 4, but they decided to not be assholes.
Yes.
And just call it Andromeda.
Does it feature Commander Shepard?
That was a Fantastic Four reference there, sir, and I appreciate that.
Oh, well, interesting.
Anyway.
Plug. Does it star Commander Shepard?
No. Supposedly, it seems like what they're saying is that this is a completely new galaxy, a ways away.
Far away.
And it's going to have a completely new protagonist. They're going to start a whole new
on the plus side, maybe
story.
It's a completely new trilogy, which I think a lot of Mass Effect fans would be okay with.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think that's where they're going with it.
Usually
they don't design these games to be one-offs.
Yeah,
it seems so. A trilogy looks like where it's gonna go.
It is
just saying, EA.
It looks beautiful.
Don't fuck up the ending this time.
Looks beautiful, obviously.
Yep. What platforms?
It's coming out on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. It's running the gambit. It doesn't look like we're having any of the previous gen stuff going on. So it's going to be able to go ahead and run at that max capacity that we really want to see. And we'll really be able to finally fall back into some of that great BioWare storytelling that I know everybody loves. And if you don't love it, stop watching this fucking video and go shoot your balls off.
And never ever
shoot your balls off.
Don't do that.
Pick up a game controller again.
Subscribe.
Shoot your balls off! And then subscribe.
Just one lower level does not condone violence.
Just watch all of our videos, read all of our articles, become knowledgeable. Don't resort to violence.
The subscribe button is directly below me.
Somewhere.
It's like below this area, probably the stomach.
Just
kind of here. We're not pointing to my balls. We're pointing to the subscribe button.
Shoot them off.
There, somewhere.
No.
We don't anywho.
We don't condone violence outside of video games where it's okay to punch babies and kill pedestrians.
Anyway.
See, I didn't
so a 2016 release, so it's still a ways out.
Holiday 2016.
Yeah, so there's about a year.
We'll be talking about this a year from now.
Yeah. While you all are still playing Fallout 4,
we may actually get a beta next year, though.
You might be finished playing like your 300 hours of Fallout 4 by the time that this Mass Effect releases, and then you're going to spend about
only 300 hours.
Another 300 hours in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, also another big thing that they showed: Battlefront.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
it's kind of like Battlefield. It's Battlefield in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes. So. Kind of staying with the Star Wars train thing, they did talk about the Old Republic.
They did.
Brand new expansion pack, releasing September 27th.
It's going to be one of their best packs, their expansions that they've been touting about for quite some time on their Twitter accounts as well as various other social media accounts. It's going to be going back to their roots of storytelling. It's probably still going to be a raid type expansion, like every other thing.
They're wanting to really go back and focus on that single player story element that BioWare is known for. We just talked about that with Mass Effect. That's what everybody wants from BioWare so bad. Now, SWTOR has been a fantastic MMO as it goes. I mean, it's
I still
really
play.
really hard to live up to WoW, but if something's done it, it's been SWTOR in my opinion, and they've done a fantastic job. They had a lot of those single player elements throughout the game, but then what happened was when
a lot of momentum. Though.
you lose they lost a lot of momentum when it came to the end game and the raiding.
And that's hard to do.
They didn't really keep
current
that.
MMOs.
Yeah, they didn't really keep that single player storytelling going, which is really hard to do in a raid type setting because you don't really get the same kind of continuation. You're either going to lose continuation or you're going to lose any kind of difficulty.
Yes.
And either way, it's just shit. It's a catch-22.
Yeah.
And they're hoping to bring it back with this one.
Yes.
But it's kind of have to wait and see how it goes.
Well, the story behind it seems pretty
Yeah, it
promising.
seems pretty sweet. Like
New
freaking
planet.
Jedi.
Yeah, the twin
Sith
brothers.
brothers.
Yeah, they were
Sith brothers, right?
Yeah,
Twins.
well, one of them seemed more Sith, one of them seemed more
Well,
light
he
side.
was wearing white, but I think they were both Sith. Or
But they had yellow lightsabers.
yeah,
They
I don't
were
know.
probably more along that, gray Jedi.
Yeah, but it seemed like one
I got
wanted
it
to
in
be
the
bad,
video.
and then their father wanted to be bad. One wanted to be good, and he got like cut up. He has a robot arm now. He's got like half robot face.
I like where he's going with this.
He probably had full robot.
And then he
face.
was all like,
Oh
"I'm
my
gonna kill my dad," and
A
his brother's like,
robot
"You're not
zombie
gonna kill my
Jedi.
dad," and they're like, "Let's fight."
And then he was like, "Luke, I am your father."
It was
He was like,
pretty
"No."
awesome.
Oh wait, but no,
I knew that. I knew
that
you were
happened.
my dad.
That happened way many years in a galaxy far, far.
I think
away.
that happens in the future, in the what?
But
It happens
Anyway.
in the future past.
That.
one of the big things about it is that if you are a subscriber, you get the expansion pack for free.
Yay!
And this is the first
Good
one they've
for
done
you.
that with. Actually, the Hut Cartel they didn't do for free. You had to buy it, and then the Shadow of Revan you had to also buy.
I bought
And
it.
they didn't really come with anything cool. There was some cool in-game content, and they raised your level by 5. That was about
Yeah.
it.
Speaking of, was there any mention of that in the
Nope.
conference?
Shadow Revan probably didn't do that. But we'll talk about that on our show at some point, I'm sure.
I'm sure we will.
There's also
Punches.
the new Need for Speed.
Looked great.
It's EA. They have to have Need for Speed. It's E3. They have to have it. Some of the notes that we have here looks like street racing, high octane, unparalleled customization, which
Very Need for Speed.
Okay, as
Yes.
far as racing games go, like I know a lot of people like Forza, a lot of people like Gran Turismo. I have always been Need for Speed.
Yes.
And I mean, the customization is there, and
Well, it wasn't
And,
like Underground. The most wanted in like the last one where you actually toured the U.S.
right,
kind of before the crew came out.
right.
Sucked with
Yeah.
customization.
I'll agree with that. But I think they're bringing a lot of that back for this one, and I'm really excited to see this title.
They're going
Yeah.
back. They're going back to where they were most successful.
And
which
that
was
be
the
beginning.
Underground series.
And Underground, yeah. Freaking
Uh,
cat balls.
I mean, for the most part, it's Need for Speed. It kind of explains itself. It's a
It's a
high
Need for
octane-
Speed.
It's Need for Speed. You
If
go
you
fast.
if you need the speed, you buy the Need for Speed.
I have a need for speed.
And then we have Unravel.
Unravel.
I saw
Unravel's
that.
a platformer.
Yes.
Looks good.
It looks it's a very cute game. It kind of it's like Sackboy, but
Yes.
in a Limbo type setting.
Yes.
It's a lot brighter than Limbo, but a lot of the puzzles seems to play very similar to Limbo. You have a little yarn guy and he's running through.
Kind
and,
of cute. A little.
Seems like they might have a good story. They might spin a decent yarn. Pew, pew,
That
pew,
should be a
pew,
plug, I
pew.
think. But
I think I went to the
Wow.
bathroom for that one. Is that like a side scroll or?
no, it was a platformer. It had a dynamic
Yeah.
like background feature, kind of like what Limbo did.
Oh, okay,
Every time
okay.
the background
Puzzle
was moving.
platformer.
Yeah.
I get you. I see what you're
And
what you're
like
saying.
Looks like you can
a
use
lot of
your
environmental
yarn to make
interaction.
platforms,
Yeah.
Considering your body is yarn.
Yeah.
Which.
You like reach into his stomach.
He's
and
also
pull out a grappling hook.
unraveling the entire time, which is
Probably where they got the name from.
yeah. I mean,
the
that's probably
Unravel.
something to do with
So
it.
is it just this?
Makes sense.
Is the story going to end with him dying? Is this like some kind of depressing? Like you got this
That
really
would be
cute,
so fucked up
cute
and
and
funny.
cuddly character, then at the end it's like, oh yeah, I've been
They
unraveling
get you
myself.
attached. It's like It's like the gulag training where they give you a dog to take care of for a few months. Then you have to kill it to graduate.
You see him, he's getting like smaller at the very end of it, and then everyone's like, "No, I don't want to walk the last few steps."
Yeah, can the end be the beginning? Ooh, deep.
Oh man.
I
can't even.
Sure.
Anyway.
We'll go with that. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. It was announced earlier at the Microsoft conference. They had more details at the EA conference, obviously.
They showed more gameplay for it. They actually showed gameplay at the
There
EA
is a
conference.
badass orange ninja. I'm just saying. He was doing weird he had the little sunglasses thing. He was like, hey. It was awesome.
There was also a zombie superhero that was kicking plants in the face, because plants obviously have faces.
Yes, of course. It's Plants vs. Zombies. It's Garden Warfare 2. Coming soon. And then, of course, it's an EA conference. Just like they have to have Need for
Does that mean the
Speed.
next one's Modern Warfare?
They have to have Need for
Everything
Speed.
professional sports.
They had sports.
Oh shit!
With
They
new
had-
physics and a hit stick. Sports!
And
Sports!
They had the Madden. They had the FIFA. They had the NHL.
They brought up
NCAA.
They had everything. It was every sport.
Golf.
And
They did have golf.
They
That
had
was not fun looking.
the new, not Tiger Woods branded golf. Woo.
It's Bruce
Because
Jenner.
he sucks now.
And they need a
He's
big name that
medium
doesn't
level
suck
at
anymore.
best.
He's kind of mediocre. He's on the down.
What's it been like?
It's
It's
Bruce
been
Jenner's
years since
pro
he's
golf
won
tour.
it.
Once he stopped having
Major,
random
so-
sex with people, he just
Yeah.
went downhill.
When he was no longer using his golf clubs against people, he just went downhill. So
he's using his club against somebody else now.
there's a new Minion game on the way from the Despicable Me.
Yeah, the
And
Minion Paradise thing. It looks cool because you literally design an entire island, kind of like what they did with Despicable Me 2. They just sent all the minions to an island where they could, kill each other and have fun eating bananas and ice cream.
Bananas and ice cream.
And, well, I mean, to end on a note that's not Minions,
Yeah.
Yes.
the Battlefront gameplay
Oh
looked
my gosh.
fantastic.
Yes.
I mean,
it,
and then Luke showed up and he touched
Whoop
tips
some ass.
with
touched
Wait a
tips,
second.
folks.
Vader, and
Touched
everybody in the audience probably touched their own tip.
That had to be a thing.
They were like,
We had to go there.
oh god, and all kinds
Did
of
he
crazy
just wreck
things.
himself?
It's cool. So yeah, that looks like that is pretty much what we have for the EA conference.
EA
Star
pretty
Wars
solid.
was, yes, so far with E3, it has been a solid conference after a solid conference.
Bethesda, Microsoft, EA killing it.
Yes,
We can only hope
Fantastic.
Ubisoft did the exact same thing.
let's hope that.
And I hope
they-
that Sony comes out with something awesome like Final Fantasy VII.
that's not gonna happen.
Could
So
never happen.
I'm Tridrachius.
I'm Meatloaf.
I'm Rar Bagels.
I'm Pony Mom X12 Bravo, and
That's where I had
sometimes
to
I
stop.
forget my name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Don't
fine.
want to say anything about your nipples?